If she says this, she's a covert narcissist. It might sound calm, it might sound loving, but behind those soft words, she's testing your boundaries, baiting your emotions, and draining your peace. She'll say things like, I guess I'm the problem, or you have changed, or after everything I've done for you, brother, if that sounds familiar, you are not crazy. You are being guilted, not loved. This podcast episode will expose exactly how covert narcissistic women manipulate men through emotional guilt, and more importantly, how you can break free without losing your mind or your identity in the process. So let's get into it.
Welcome to the Narc Free Man Podcast.
Welcome back to the Narc Free Man Podcast. I'm Philip Dugas. Most men think narcissism means loud, arrogant, and obvious, but the female covert narcissist hides behind humility, spirituality, and empathy. She plays the part of the good woman. She posts Bible verses, talks about self-care, tells her friends she just wants peace. But behind closed doors, she rewrites reality slowly, quietly, skillfully, until you start doubting your own mind. That's why covert narcissists are so dangerous. They don't destroy your life overnight. They drain you one subtle manipulation at a time until you are emotionally bankrupt. Let's start with a classic phrase female narcs use. You have changed. Brother, that one line has guilt written all over it. When a covert narcissist says that, what she's really saying is, you are not as easy to control as you used to be. The moment you start setting boundaries or standing in your truth, she senses the shift, and her mission becomes to pull you back into compliance. Healthy women celebrate your growth. A narcissist condemns it. If you are hearing you have changed right after you started healing, you are not the problem. You are evolving, and she feels it. Now, this one's another favorite weapon of a female narcissist. It's designed to trigger guilt and obligation. She says, after everything I have done for you, she's not reminiscing, she's renegotiating control. Notice what happens after she says it. You start listing her sacrifices. You feel guilty, you feel small. That's not love, that's manipulation wrapped in martyrdom. Brother, gratitude is healthy. Guilt is slavery. You can thank someone for what they gave you, but you never owe them your peace, your sanity, or your future in return. Now, this one sounds humble, like, I guess I'm just the problem, but it's not humility, it's bait. She's not accepting fault. She's fishing for reassurance. She says that so you'll rush to her to comfort her. Like, no, babe, you are not the problem. I love you. Let's talk about it. And just like that, you are back in the loop, trying to soothe her emotions while ignoring your own. Brother, you are not responsible for calming the storm she creates. Real accountability sounds like, you are right. I hurt you. I'll work on that. Fake accountability sounds like, I guess I'm just the bad guy. One takes ownership. The other manipulates empathy. This next one is a sneaky one. When a narcissistic woman says, I miss the old you, she's not talking about your charm, your smile, or your heart. She's talking about the version of you that tolerated her abuse. That's the discounted version of yourself. The old you didn't set boundaries or have standards. The old you chased her approval. The old you explained himself 10 times just to avoid a fight. She doesn't miss you. She misses the control she had over you. So if you hear that, smile internally because it means your healing is working. The covert narcissist's weapon of choice isn't rage, it's guilt. She doesn't yell, she whimpers. She doesn't attack, she just feels hurt. Every guilt trip is a leash. She'll say things like, I just wanted to make you happy, or I can't believe you do this to me, or you are breaking my heart. And suddenly, you are defending yourself for choosing peace. Brother, guilt is not a sign of love. It's a symptom of manipulation. And the only cure is emotional detachment. Hey guys, quick interruption to the show. I want to say something directly to the man listening right now. If you keep trying to do this alone, you are going to stay stuck in the same loop. The same arguments, the same anxiety, the same emotional exhaustion that's been draining you for months or even years. You don't need more YouTube videos. You don't need more hope. You need strategy, clarity, and someone who has walked hundreds of men out of the exact same darkness you are in. That's why I offer one-on-one coaching, private, personalized, tactical support designed for men dealing with a female narcissist, trauma bonds, co-parenting chaos, and the emotional fallout of leaving a toxic relationship. I'll help you build a clear exit plan, regain your strength, stop reacting to her, and become the 2.0 version of yourself she can never manipulate again. So if you are done surviving and you are ready to rebuild, go to philipcdugas.com or click the link in the description below to apply. One of the covert narcissist's favorite tactics is strategic silence. She'll ignore you, not to calm down, but to punish you. That silence isn't peace, it's power. She wants you pacing around, replaying what you did wrong, begging to fix it. It's psychological warfare disguised as emotional withdrawal. Your response? Do not chase silence. Mirror it with peace. Let her realize that her absence doesn't control your emotional temperature anymore. When you finally pull away, she'll test you. She'll send the I miss you text or a memory. Remember that night at the cabin? Or a soft apology that starts with, I know I made mistakes, but brother, that's not reconciliation. That's reconnection to control. She's not checking if you still care. She's checking if she still owns space in your mind. And the best answer is silence. No reaction, no emotion, no entry point. You know she's toxic. You have seen the pattern. So why do you keep going back? Because you are trauma bonded. Your nervous system confuses intensity with intimacy. And your brain has been rewired to chase dopamine from her affection and cortisol from her chaos. The only way to break that loop is to replace chaos with structure. Like have a solid morning routine, hit the gym, be in community, and have meaning and purpose in your life. You can't logic your way out of a trauma bond. You have to live your way out of it. And here's what she fears the most: your indifference. As long as she can make you react, she wins. Anger, frustration, sadness all feed her ego. But when you become calm, focused, silent, she panics because now she's invisible to the very man she used to control. Your peace is her punishment. You'll know you are healing when her texts don't spike your heart rate anymore. You stop rehearsing what you'll say if she calls. You start enjoying silence instead of fearing it. That's progress. That's your nervous system recalibrating to peace. Every toxic relationship erodes masculine identity. You go from leader to pleaser, from decisive to doubtful. To rebuild, you must lead again, not her, but yourself. That means building habits that restore order, like waking up early, going to the gym, as I mentioned, keeping your word, keeping the promises you make to yourself. Because every time you follow through, your confidence returns. You can't heal from her chaos until you build a life that replaces it. And one of the biggest traps men fall into is trying to reason with a narcissist. Brother, logic doesn't heal delusion. She doesn't argue to understand. She argues to win. The more you explain, the more ammunition she has. Silence is not weakness, it's strategy. It's strategy. Say less, observe more. Act only when it protects your peace. Healing isn't emotional, it's structural. That means building a life that keeps you too focused to fall back into her games. Structure kills temptation. Discipline kills confusion. And purpose kills addiction. Every day you wake up early, train, work, create, and keep promises to yourself, her control fades a little more. Every man who is broken free from a narcissistic woman will tell you community saved him. Men who have been there, men who get it, men who don't tell you to man up, but to man forward. Accountability collapses healing time. You can't heal alone in the same environment that broke you. So find your brothers, lean on them, and grow together. Let's go even deeper, because breaking free from a toxic relationship isn't just mental, it's spiritual. Narcissistic abuse disconnects you from your spirit. When you get still, when you pray, when you journal, when you reconnect with God, clarity comes back. Peace is not just recovery, it's divine alignment. Now, if you share children with her, your challenge is even greater, but not impossible. Your rule is low contact with strong boundaries. Communicate only about the kids. Keep it factual and short, and never react emotionally to bait. Remember, you are modeling calm for your children. They will see the difference between her chaos and your peace. Stop asking yourself, why did she do this to me? And start asking, what did this teach me about me? Every toxic relationship reveals your next level of growth, your next boundary, your next level of strength. She was your greatest teacher in disguise. You don't need revenge. You need reflection. Now, once you detach from her, rebuild, and focus, something powerful happens. Your energy changes. You stop explaining your peace and start protecting it. That's when your mission comes back. Your business grows. Your focus sharpens. You feel like you again. Brother, your best years aren't behind you. They start the moment you stop reacting to her chaos and start responding to your purpose. If this episode hit home, if you recognized her words, her guilt trips, her silence, this is your sign to stop negotiating your peace. You don't owe her closure. You owe yourself clarity. If you are ready to rebuild, grab my book, How to Leave a Female Narcissist. It's a tactical guide to breaking trauma bonds, reclaiming confidence, and walking out with peace and purpose. Go to my website, philipcdugas.com, or hit the link in the description below. And if you have found value here, make sure to subscribe and share this with a man who needs to hear it. You are not broken. You are becoming bulletproof. Until the next episode, stay calm, stay steady, and stay narc free.